All right, everyone, and we have made it to the end of the Metallica discography review as we finally get to Metallica's recent release that came out in November of 2016, last year, with, and of course, probably one of the longest, gaps in between an album release. Death Mag, like an 8 year gap between Death Magnetic and Hardwired to Self-Destruct, the double disc album. Uh, all right, let's break this down a little bit. Double disc album. Let's go. Disc number one kicks off with Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Uh, Good opener, really good opener. No, the opening the opening is solid opener. It, gets the blood flowing, gets the blood pumping. It's actually probably, and Hardwired is actually the shortest Metallica penned song ever written. To clock it in at 3 minutes and 9 seconds. So it's really really short, but it gets the job done in terms of like sucking you in, as all good heavy metal albums do. You got that rockin' solid opener. That's what Hardwired is. Then we get to Atlas Rise, which is another solid song. Kind of almost like a continuation of Hardwired. And after that we get to Now That We're Dead, which is a song that I actually kind of dig. I got to hear it a few more times, but I think I'm starting to dig it a little bit. No, it's not that bad of a song. You get Moth into the Flame. Another solid track. I only heard it maybe like once. I didn't hear it that much. I didn't hear it a lot, so can't really do a whole lot of commenting on it. But that one time I did hear it, it was it's okay. Not horrible, not bad. Uh, Dream No More. Dream No More is it's an interesting song. It's a song. It's like, I don't know. To me, Dream No More, it sounded like a filler song. It didn't really sound like it. It sounded like, it's got to fill a runtime, so throw this in there. That's to me what Dream No More is. The closer of disc number one is Halo on Fire, and I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed Halo on Fire. I thought Halo on Fire was a pretty good closing track for disc number one. It's got like a slow tempo intro, and then in the middle of it, you got a good Kirk Hammett guitar solo, and it has a pretty solid ending to it too. So Halo on Fire is okay. All right, now we get to disc number two. We kick it off with Confusion, and I think Confusion to me has a kind of has a Diamond Head type feel, because the intro to Confusion has a very very similar intro to Diamond Head's Am I Evil, which I thought was pretty cool. Like the song Confusion itself, when I first heard it, I liked it. Then when I heard it a couple times, it was like, no, I still think it's okay, but definitely, not, mind blowing or anything like that. Menu Unkind. Yeah, Menu Unkind is, I'm sorry, Man Unkind. Man Unkind, that's a filler song to me. I mean, I heard it and I'm just like, yeah, this is a lazy song. It's not really, nothing's really happening with it. Again, I think like Dream No More, just throw a track in there so we could fill a runtime, because Man Unkind does nothing for me at all. Here Comes Revenge. Again, like Man Unkind and Dream No More. To me, it just sounds like filler. Doesn't sound nothing spectacular. But the last three songs of disc number two are songs that I kind of was digging. The song "Am I Savage"? I really dig that song. I like Man on Savage. I like "Am I Savage." I know it's got a nice slow intro, then it has a good build up. I'm digging James's lyrics with it. I'm digging the musical instrumentation with it. It's a pretty good, solid song. Murder One, which is of course a tribute to the late great Lemmy Kilmister of fucking Motorhead, who passed on last year, which sucked. Murder One is the tribute to Motorhead, to Lemmy Kilmister. I mean, the song is not done in a Motorhead type way. It's done in like a Metallica way, but lyrically, the song references a lot of Motorhead songs and stuff like that, which is cool, which is pretty cool to itself. So, Murder One is a nice, is a nice tribute to a fallen icon of rock and roll. I don't know. One more time, rest in peace, Lemmy Kilmister. But to me, the highlight of disc number 2 is Spit Out the Bone. Spit Out the Bone. Oh man, one of my friends, kept telling me to hear this song, and I finally heard it. And once I heard it, I told him, I texted him back, and I was like, bro, you were right. Spit Out the Bone is awesome. Spit Out the Bone is Metallica at their thrashiest again. Like, Spit Out the Bone, takes you back to the days of Kill 'Em All, to the days of Lightning and Puppets and Justice. Spit Out the Bone is that classic 1980s Metallica type feel, that classic 80s Metallica type song where you just want to just get up and start air guitaring. I'll grab like a broom and just use that guitar and just start headbanging your fucking head off, because that's the kind of adrenaline that Spit Out the Bone brings out. That opening intro, just that opening intro, and then once the song explodes fully, it just goes non-stop. So yeah, Spit Out the Bone, definitely the savior of side 2 of disc number 2, which was the weakest, which it really is the weakest part of the album, because even though Confusion's okay, it ain't great. Menu Unkind, like I said, is average. Here Comes the Revenge is average. Am I Savage is really good. Murder One is solid, and Spit Out the Bone is like the highlight of disc number 2 and the album in general. So yeah, my overall thoughts on Hardwired is a 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. Not bad at all. A decent follow-up to Death Magnetic, but not as good as Death Magnetic. I still think Death Magnetic is a much better album, both musically and lyrically. And I think Hardwired to Self-Destruct is a step down from it, but definitely not a piece of crap. No way, Jose. If anything, I think I can picture Hardwired to Self-Destruct as being what Lars said it, a more aggressive Black album, and I think it's the perfect way to describe it. It's a more aggressive Black album, but definitely worth checking out because it does have some gems in it, and you won't be disappointed that you heard any of these tracks, because like I said, a lot of the songs some of the songs are pretty good, like Hardwired, Atlas Rise, Now That We're Dead, Halo on Fire from side 1. Those are great. And Am I Savage, Murder One, and Spit Out the Bone from track 2. Oh, great. See, in my view, if you were to take those songs that I mentioned and just release those songs, then this would have been an easy 8 to an 8.5, easily. But since you had all the extra filler stuff, it does drag down the album to that 7. Still a good grade, but again, whatever. Well, that is my thoughts on the recent album, and also my quest through Metallica's entire discography is finally completed. I want to thank everyone for viewing these. I actually had a lot of fun, going back and listening to these old albums again, and giving fresh thoughts to them, and actually having a chance to discuss and talk about them. And I appreciate the ones that took the time out of their day to watch these videos. That means a lot to me. It does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate it so much. But of course, I will be back again with more content. But until then, comment, subscribe, and I will see you again next time.